The Boy from the Broken Star. They said the night sky had been silent for 1,000 years. No new stars. No falling ones. No omens. But everything changed on the night the heavens cracked. High in the village of Lyria, where mountains scraped the clouds and lanterns glowed like fireflies, a thunderless roar rolled across the sky. Outdid people rushed outside, just in time to see a brilliant star tearing itself apart, its shards scattering like sparks from a blacksmith's hammer. One fragment, glowing blue like frozen lightning, plummeted toward the valley. When the smoke cleared, the villagers found not a crater, but a boy. A boy, lying in the grass, unburned, unafraid, his hair silver white, his eyes glowing faintly like embers of the shattered star overhead. He said his name was Asta. Asta didn't remember where he came from. He only remembered the breaking light, a voice calling his name, and then, falling. The villagers took him in, though they whispered behind closed doors. Strange things happened wherever the boy went. Lamps flickered when he walked by. Metal rang like a tuning fork when he touched it. Birds circled above him as though responding to an unseen melody. But Asta was gentle, curious, kind. He wandered the mountain trails, learning the wind's language and the rhythm of the earth. And though he didn't age, no one dared ask why. One winter, an ancient darkness awakened beneath the mountains. A shadow that slept for centuries began to leak into the world, turning rivers cold and trees brittle as ash. Frost crawled across the valley like the fingers of a starving giant. The elders recognized the signs described in their oldest tablets. When the star breaks, so breaks the seal. Only its child may mend it. Asta listened to the prophecy with a quiet ache in his chest. He knew, somehow, the darkness was tied to him, to the star that had shattered the night he arrived. And so he left a village he had grown to love. He climbed the tallest peak of Lyria, where storms roared like angry beasts. At the summit stood a forgotten gate, an archway of obsidian stone carved with celestial runes. The air around it pulsed with the same blue glow that lived in Asta's veins. When he stepped through, the world dissolved. He found himself in the astral nexus, a place of drifting constellations and swirling light, like walking inside the heart of the universe. And in the center, chained by darkness, was a colossal form, a star spirit, half dimmed, its once radiant core cracked. Asta understood instantly. This was the star he came from. This was the piece of the sky that had shattered and given birth to him. A whisper echoed through the cosmos. Child of my last flame, the seal weakens, the void wakes. Mend what was broken. Shadow tendrils surged toward Asta, trying to silence him, but he raised his hands, and the light within him erupted. His body glowed bright enough to blind the void. His heart thrummed like a drum of creation. He pressed his palms to the cracked star. Pain lanced through him, not physical pain, but the ache of 1,000 memories he had never lived. The life of a celestial, the fall, the shattering, the sacrifice. And then, light. A roar of brilliance exploded outward. The star's crack sealed. The chains dissolved. A void shrieked and collapsed into dust. When the blinding radiance faded, the star spirit lowered its massive head toward him. You are the last spark of my being, but you belong not to the sky. You belong where hearts guided you first. A warm pulse enveloped him, and in an instant, Asta awoke at the edge of the village, lying in the snow. The rivers were flowing again. Above him, the sky shimmered with a new star, whole and radiant. Asta stood, expecting to glow again, but his silver light had faded. His hair was dark now, his eyes warm and human. The villagers ran to him, tears sparkling like morning dew. Asta, you're back. He smiled, truly, fully, For the first time, I'm home. And from that day forward, he lived not as a child of the sky, but as a boy of Lyria. Proof that even broken stars can give birth to miracles.